Good morning, everyone. So we're on our way to the shop because we're going to start getting the Fairmont ready to get its cage done, because we're going to make the push to try to go to Hot Rod Drag Week. Now, I really wasn't going to do it this year, and then I got an email about a week ago, no, not a week ago, maybe like 3 days ago, you know, for early registration. Because I came top 3 in my class, I got early registration. So, thought about it for a little bit. The wife made some good points. So, we're really gonna push to try to get the Fairmont ready. Now, I'm not gonna be running in the same 10-0 class, the Street Machine Eliminator. I'd actually be moving up to the one of the competition classes, like full competition classes, which would be street race, small block, power adder. So street race is the big overall category, and then the engine's a small block, and then it's got a power adder, it's got a turbo. So it is an 850 class, very, very competitive. I think the top 4 guys, maybe like top 6 or so, are all literally 8.5 a number. So like 850, 8503, like it's a tight class. I don't think I'm gonna go 850 all week, first time out with the car. Goal would be to come top 10 in that class. I think there's like 30 or 40 cars in that class. And goal would be to come top 10. And then the top 10 guy, like I looked at last year's results, the top, 10th place, he went an average, I want to say like 9, I think it was 950s. He went an average all week. I like to do a little bit better than that, because I can lean on the car pretty good to go, maybe like 9.0s. 850s, I feel like is about, I don't want to say the limit of the engine, but it's definitely up there. Definitely top tier of what I want to push that engine to. It probably can handle more, but for me personally, I'm always just scared of everything. I don't want to push it to its limits every pass. So we're on our way to the shop. I did buy the S&W race cars. I want to say 10-point mild steel cage. So I think today's goal is get the Fairmont in the shop, start cleaning out the trunk, get all that stuff. That's why I'm driving the truck, so I can take all that stuff home, and then probably start pulling the interior out. Pull the seats out, pull the carpets out, and yeah. So I'll update you guys once we get to the shop. All right, made it down to the shop. Started ripping the car apart. Basically going through the trunk, all of the old parts and stuff that I have. This is a huge trunk, so we'll go over the plans later that I want to do, but this is what we're gonna, there's plenty of room. But interior's out, and I thought this was funny. So back in the day, I guess, well, when these cars were newer, box bodies and everything, guys are like, yeah, you need dry ice, you need this and that to get up the sound deadening material. Yeah, I can touch this side. I just thought it was funny, being, it's 83, so it's plenty old, and all this stuff is literally just pulling up. It's just funny. But so I'm gonna try to get this. Let's take a seat for a sec. Try to get this cleaned up, and then be pretty good today. Get this all cleaned up, prepped, get rid of all the sound deadening material, everything we have. And my class does require a full interior, so the dash has to stay, carpet has to stay, but all of the sound deadening and everything is gonna go. And we're gonna build the cage around the original bench bench seat. So that'd be pretty cool. I'll probably get an aftermarket column for this. I don't know if I'll do it for this year for race week, for drag week, but I'll do a Motion Race Works like complete lightweight column. I don't know if I'll do it for this year, but that might be eventually. But I'm going to get the vacuum, like start pulling the rest of this stuff up, get the vacuum out, and then we'll make another update. Whew, a lot of work, but it's coming along. Okay, so basically wrapping up for today. I mean, I still got to clean up, but I'll show you the progress. So 98% of the sound deadening material is gone. There's like a little up there and then a little over here on the seam sealer, but who cares? But everything else, it's all gone. It's all clean. I vacuumed it once. I'll probably have to do some grinding on that side when we put the plates in and everything, but for now it's really good. I'll come over here. So the vacuum's got a good bit in it because it was all crushed up, and then the rest of it went into this bucket. I'd probably say there's maybe 25 pounds in there. Nothing crazy, but every little bit helps. So that's it for that today. So again, all this has to get cleaned up. Take some parts home. I'll put some parts in the trunk that I'm not using, you know, so keep them out of the way, keep them clean. I'm actually going to run now to a guy's house. He's selling me LS swap headers for a Fox body and a fuel cell. The swap headers are actually going to be for the Mustang when that goes NA. So they're LS swap headers, or LS like long tube headers. So exactly what I want, because that car's going to go NA. So get them, and then I'm going to do a 20-gallon fuel cell in this. Probably, you know, remove the stock tank and probably cut out what I need to drop the cell down, almost, you know, depending on how deep this one is, and we'll go with that. But I'll still be able to use the majority. The trunk's huge, so we'll still be able to use the majority of the trunk. I'm just have a cell in it, and then I'm going with a Holley. It's a Holley pump, like module-ish, and what it does is it replaces the fuel cell hat. It literally bolts in where the hat is, and there's two pumps. Normally they are 450 pumps, but I was talking to my rep, my buddy, and he 98% sure he's going to check on Monday that the Hellcat pumps will go in place of the 450s, and twin Hellcat pumps will be enough to support 1200 wheel, which is what I want. I'm trying to build the car to be able to handle 1200 wheel horsepower, so everything has to be built around that to handle that. That's probably the upper limit of the engine. So again, that's what I'm trying to build towards. I want enough fuel. I want enough, you know, suspension to hold 1200. Using like a Wallace racing calculator, you know how it gives you an idea. At 3,200 pounds to go 850, it needs just over 1,000 horsepower. Now, I don't know if that is 1,000 wheel or 1,000 crank, but that's what it says. So that's like a perfect, you know, launch, everything. It needs that much. So again, if I build it for 1,200, we got a little bit of room. You know, I got to use a scramble button up top, whatever. So that was the goal for today. And now I have to find a place for the interior. I don't know yet where that's going to go. That might go in my truck to go home. But yeah, that is, I think, it for today. I made a pretty good amount of progress, and then I'd say probably next week we will fit the start fitting the cage ins, fit the main hoop in. So what we're gonna do is the main hoop, you know, goes up and over, and we'll see how it fits. A lot of guys were telling me that we should just go to a different style. So basically you got a main hoop, and then you have big down bars that go from the main hoop and angle all the way down to the floor on both sides, and then you have a crossbar. That way, they said, it's a little bit, it's a little bit tighter against the, you know, the headliner. What S&W sends with you is you got your main bar, and then it's got a halo that goes around, and then it's got short bars that go from here to there. So we will see. I kind of want to try what they have, what they've included, see what it fits, you know, and go from there. We are going to modify the kit a little bit because, so you have your main hoop, and then normally it's got down bars that come here and then go probably through the rear seat. What we're going to do is we have a local place, and it'll go from here, follow the roof line back, and go through the rear package trays, so the rear seat is still usable. And then you got, you know, your normal bar, your harness bar there, and then your outrigger bars there. So that is the plan, at least for the cage. I'm hoping it's going to be able to be certified. First time doing something like this that needs a certification, so I hope we do it right. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. Whew. I'm exhausted and I still gotta clean up, but I think we did a pretty good job getting everything in and out of the way. So power plant wise, we're actually gonna basically steal everything out of the Mustang. The engine, the trans, and the rear is coming out of the Mustang and going to go into this, because I don't have time to build another engine, and yeah, time or money. Let's put it that. Let's just be real. And so basically, I talked to the engine builder already, and he said, like, it gave me no issues. It's a rod and piston 6-liter with a K1 crank. Like, it's nothing super crazy, but it is a built engine. So he's like, it never had any oil pressure issues, nothing, no metal in the filter, no issues. But he's like, I asked him, I said, hey, you know, the engine's coming out of the Mustang to go into the Fairmont. Do you think it's a good idea to take, you know, a main cap or two, check the thrust bearing, check, you know, a couple of the bearings? He's like, definitely I would do that just to be 100%. And just let me know what you find. Any issues, please let me know. And I'm like, okay, cool. Really cool guy. Really happy with him. He's helped me. Even I had issues, I didn't have issues, I had questions. You know, we're years later now that the engine's been built, and he still helps me, it's like, great guy. And then for the 4L80, that was also built, and it's got a bunch of good parts in it. It's got a extreme automatics, billet, manual valve body with our trans brake. It's a really trick trans. And we did have an issue with that on drag week last year where it killed. I think what I did was I overheated the trans on the trans brake, and I basically pushed the converter into the front pump, destroyed the front pump. So we did a repair, did the front pump, and it's been fine. And like, it lasted the rest of drag week. We drove it home. Like, I've drove it around in the area, no big issues. But again, it's out. I'm gonna pull it apart. I don't see why not. I know it's working fine, but I want to pull it out, pull it apart, and look at the clutches, look at everything, just to make sure, because I do not want a failure 1,200 miles away. You know, so what we're going, I think we're starting in North Carolina. It's North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. I don't think Georgia. I think there's another South Carolina, and then back to North Carolina, I think. I'm still not 100% sure. But anyway, I don't want to have a problem with the trans thousands so miles away from home. I want to have it gone through. I want to check it. If it needs clutches, we'll throw clutches in it. You know, just I want to make sure it's perfect. Same thing for the rear. The rear is kind of okay. That's probably the least built of anything in the driveline. It just has 31 spline axles, half-inch stud still, and a Cobra, like a Ford Performance 31 spline Cobra clutch style diff. It does not have anything super race. So I'll probably just put fresh fluid in that and let that thing go, because I'm not leaving super hard yet. Like, I'm not in the 1.3s or the high one or the low 1.4s yet. That I don't think the wheel studs are an issue. But you never know. So But yeah, I think I'm exhausted now from talking. I think that's a really good overview of the car. And yeah, I can, let's see, it's fired up real quick again. Probably the last time you'll hear it running in A. Might not have enough voltage. Nope. Does not have enough voltage to crank. So, sorry about that. Just tease you anyway. But that is it for this video, I think. Gonna be part 1. Gonna try to do a couple parts. Try to document as much as I can on building this for drag week. I know it's a couple months away. It's in September and we're in March, but I don't have full, 40 hours a week to work on this. I maybe have 10 hours a week to work on it, 10 to 15 hours a week. So that time will fly by, especially so, like I said, we got to do cage is first. We're going to do cage. Once this cage is done, I'll probably try to take it somewhere that I can get it certified. Then we know the cage is 100%, it's perfect. It's good to go. Then it's pull this motor trans, driveline. I actually might even use both lifts, maybe. If we have the Fairmont on this lift and the Mustang on that lift, and literally just go bloop, swap both of them. I don't know, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I think we at least need to get this apart, engine and trans out, get it a roller, and then start building there. We're gonna build a new turbo kit. Probably put the turbo, I think we're gonna do, oh, come on, here we go, sorry. New turbo kit on over here, and then do a downpipe out this fender, or maybe turbo here and downpipe out of that. I think we might do it that way. I need new fans because these fans are eBay trash. They're not really good. Anyway, all right, now I'm rambling, sorry. So stay tuned for more updates. Going to, again, document as much as I can and show the whole process. The next big thing is going to be the cage. That'll be part 2. So if you guys liked, like, comment, subscribe, really appreciate it. I know videos have been slacking. I'm trying my best. It's just with time and with everything going on, I can only do so much. So we will see this when the cage gets fitted next time. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.